Official start of summer upon us, right? Memorial Day weekend.
And it's shaping up to be a big travel summer. So here to help us sort all that out is our good friend Robert Sinclair of AAA Northeast. So Robert, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Good to have you as always. And a lot of your information is about air travel, right? So let's first and foremost talk about what's happening on the ground, though. How does it look this weekend for people who are going to be driving away in terms of gas prices and travel time, especially for those folks headed to the shore?
Well, gasoline prices are a lot cheaper than where we were last year. Last year in New York City, we're at $5.05, but we are at $3.69 right now in New York City. And we're seeing gasoline prices bump up by like 3 to 6 cents in just the last week. As demand picks up, price picks up. So, you know, things are cheaper, but it's still going up. But drivers should be able to handle this kind of action for the holiday. 37 million of the 42 million will be driving to their destination. That's 2 million more than last year. And it's going to be very, very busy on the roads. We're seeing the third highest overall travel volume since we started tracking these things, trailing only 2019 and good old days of 2005. So it will be busy.
Yeah, I think people are just so tired of being cooped up during the pandemic. They're like, let me out of here. But last summer, though, we had those awful flight delays, cancellations. So what is the outlook for air travel this summer?
Air travel is going to be busy, 3.4 million, 11% more than last year. And that exceeds the 2019 pre-pandemic levels by 170,000. So it's going to be very, very busy as far as flying is concerned. And remember last year, people started traveling. They wanted to get out and do things, but airlines still had their pandemic short staffing. And it was really crazy with cancellations and delays and all of that. So we're not anticipating that this year. There are things that might affect your flight, like a shortage of air traffic controllers, particularly in the New York area, and weather could play into it. 75% of all nationwide air traffic control delays come from New York. We have 5 major airports, and the hub and spoke system means that they're all interconnected. So when we sneeze, the rest of the country catches a cold.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a little too late to buy a plane ticket to folks, but let's talk about the air prices overall for the moving past Memorial Day, looking out to the summer, right? Because a lot of people are saying that they feel like they're seeing huge high prices that they typically wouldn't see for certain areas.
Yeah, they are. Airfares are up about 20 to 40%, according to our travel agency. And that just reflects the demand that's out there with so many people having the wanderlust and wanting to get out and do something, go somewhere. So it's best to book early. We have seen in the past where if you have a spur of the moment decision, you want to make a trip and then you call up at the last minute and you can get a bargain. But if you really want to go somewhere, you have plans, make them early, particularly if it's for the summer, make them as far ahead of time as possible.
But is there a specific day of the week or time of the day that's best to book flights?
The middle of the week is best. Tuesday or Wednesday is best. Traveling on the weekends is more expensive and it gets busier. So if you can travel during midweek, that is the best time.
But what about booking? Like what day should we book that flight?
What day should...
Yeah, I mean, are there days that it's cheaper? Like if you buy your ticket on a Tuesday as opposed to a Friday?
It changes.
It's all folklore.
Yeah, it changes very, very quickly. And if you're online, for example, and you see a fare that you like, book it. Because if you go back later on, it might not be available. Also, book early flights. That's very important. Have your confirmation number handy and when you're traveling, in case there is a problem, that you can make a change. Have your cell phone and make sure it's fully charged. And if you have to call the airline to make a change because you got a cancellation, a delay, or something like that, use the international number or the rewards number. The basic service number might get very, very busy. Yeah, you need some alternative, and they are out there.
Robert,
just got to know about them.
Let me ask you about this because it's something that's been bothering me lately at the airports. Does everyone have TSA PreCheck? Does everybody? It's like the line for TSA PreCheck is longer than the regular line.
The word has gotten out, Dan. It's a good thing to have. Yeah, TSA PreCheck is very important. Having the real ID is very good as well. That will help you speed through security. But busy is busy. And, you know, our air numbers might not jive with what the government says, because if you're to say you're flying from New York to California and you change in Texas and you come back the same way, the government and most entities will count that as 4 trips. We count it as 1, and we only count leisure travelers, not business travelers. So Yeah, it's going to be, we need to be prepared.
All right, Robert Sinclair, AAA, always great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Safe and happy travels to you.
Yes, be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Thank you so much.